No, but going back to what you were saying earlier about like the engagement and stuff, I feel like social media has made it like really. I don't know the word, but I feel like they make it seem like 500 views is not a lot, but like if you get a room of 500 people, you know, that's pretty crazy. That's so like we were saying, consistency is like
definitely
one of the bigger things. Just kind of like getting little achievements here and there.
Yeah, no, 100% agree with you because no, I think it's very mindful to think about that. Like, can you imagine 500 people? That's enough to fill up a small venue or a salon, and then those people. Whether it's 500 people or, you know, whatever, stop them by and looking, you know, or just a handful of those likes, bro, that's genuine. You know, I don't think people realize that, they saw you throughout the day or something, whether they recall it or not. And then when you get full-on engagements with liking, or what I picked up from some people, bro, especially more women, they
women
sometimes some women that I noticed, they just like everything on their feed, or they don't like it at all, but they very much engage with it, but they just don't physically engage with it. Like, you know, they liked it, but they don't physically hit the tab. Yeah. You know what I mean?
When you're scrolling and you just scrolling, but you don't hit the like?
Yeah, some people just move. Some people maneuver without ever engaging like ghosts. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But they were still very much like, there, or they might have
watched the whole video. And
and they might have hit the shopping link and actually bought something or actually subscribed, but they never actually hit the like on the video. You know what I mean? Or they'll see you enough that you're there on their feed that they recall you so much, but they never actually subscribed. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, just stuff like that.
Bring it in.
All right, you want to do it?
You do it.
All right, what's up, everybody? This is a Put Me On Something podcast, and today it is me, Euro-san, with, of course, big bro over here,
Alejandro Gomez.
And today we got a very special guest. Very eager to get him in here. You know, it's been a while, so happy to have you, man. If you want to go ahead and introduce yourself.
Thank you, man. My name is Erick. I have Instagram page, ErickMoraEdits. Do photography, videography. Hit me up.
Awesome.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. How long have you been doing that?
Let's see.
Wait, hold on. Before you say, how old are you?
I'm 28. I just turned 28 3 days ago.
Oh shit! Happy birthday, bro!
Happy birthday, bro!
Should have said something. You don't like.
Where are my gifts, bro?
No. Your presents.
We got you, man.
Thanks for having me on, bro.
Thank you for coming too.
Yeah, I've been checking out your podcast for.
What do you think?
It's pretty cool, bro. I like the concept. You know, I wanted to come and just kind of see how it was.
Have you heard any episodes?
I watched
or watched.
I remember. I think it was you two on the. I don't really remember which one it was, but it was like the most recent one, I think.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, yeah, definitely. We definitely still need to get those reels going.
I know. Well, that was your job. I told you you're supposed to do that shit.
Yeah, don't worry about it, man.
You
know what the truth is? He hasn't showed me.
No, he's the one complaining. Oh, we should do reels. And okay, do it then.
Bro, just clip them.
But he hasn't. Okay. My response is he hasn't showed me, but it's valid at this point. Then just do it. Just do it. Then just do it. You know what I mean? I know enough to actually get it going. Yeah, so I'll hold myself accountable for that.
Nah, you're good. But anyways,
but it takes a village.
It does take a village to make this grow, you know. But yeah, how long have you been doing photos and videos?
So probably been doing like videography since I was like 8. I was posting like just YouTube video back when YouTube was like 2 minutes long. You know, you could post 2-minute videos. And then I just recently I went to EVIT for video production.
EVIT or EVIT?
EVIT, EVIT.
Oh shit!
No. I was there too. That's what's up, man.
I went for video production. I went to MCC for film, but then I started kind of doing photography. I started liking it a little bit more. I feel like it's a lot easier.
Yeah.
You know. So
that's awesome, man. Because not everyone has that eye or that feel for it. You know what I mean? It really takes something to do it.
And then everyone has a different eye for it too. From what I noticed,
it's subjective for sure.
Definitely.
Yeah, man. But how you been? Well, I mean, we met each other at work, so that's it's kind of weird. Like, it's the first time having like a coworker, you know, because
I haven't honestly, like, outside of work, we didn't really
hang out or anything.
Yeah,
it was short too, because we were. I met you back in January too, right?
Yeah, January. We were doing our training together.
And look at us here now. We're doing a little podcast. You got your little podcast still going?
A little podcast.
You got that little podcast?
200 followers.
200 followers. Not even close.
Nah, we getting
there.
We're gonna bump those. We're gonna bump those plays up. Those numbers.
We got a whole roster lined up with people that we want coming through and everything and things planned.
But we're glad for you. being here, you know, being a part of it, you know.
No, thank you.
Definitely, man. It's a growing process because, like I said, we have the whole roster and game plans and thing lined up for like the next few months, and then on top of that, everything in between. We're planning some events, you know, here at the studio and everything. It's a lot, you know.
Yeah.
But it's a good thing because we're gonna get things going, and I'm excited to see how things are gonna, you know, pan out.
Yeah, you mentioned you had a podcast, right? You started one or something?
Yeah, so I started one like a couple years ago, and I just never really continued.
Yeah.
It was something that like it was just gonna be me doing everything, and at the time I was working full time, and you know.
Yeah.
So I was like, nah.
Yeah, man.
But
aside from that, tell us what kind of photography do you like to focus on, like, or your main focus on, like, stuff like that.
I like to do a little bit of everything. The stuff I mainly like, I like shooting cars. I'm getting into portraits a lot more just because that's what people want, you know. Practicing all my lighting and stuff. Yeah.
Cool.
My
my
fault. Go ahead.
What would you say is your least favorite form of photography, whether to do or in general?
Good question.
My least favorite.
Let me hear a hot take.
I think I like shooting anything. What I don't like is like those customers or people that are like, you know, very picky with their stuff.
Standing over your shoulder.
Yeah, like I was shooting this tattoo parlor for this girl, and it was like when I was first getting into photography, and you know I was kind of like over editing, I guess is what she said, and she was like, can you make it more natural? And she's like, can you just send me the raws? And you know that joke, have you ever heard that joke?
Yeah.
It's like, you know, about the raws.
Yeah.
So I was like, you know, what if she adds like these filters to it and makes it look all shitty, and then she posts it and tags me in there, and then it looks like I did that.
That's the thing that sucks about photography, like especially when they ask for the raws, and like, I feel obligated. Like, all right, sure, you can have them, but like, I remember like, when I was first starting photography, that I'll take photos and they would ask like unedited photos, like, all right, here you go, and then they would slap on a filter, and like, I'm like, that wasn't me. Just don't tag me at all. Don't tag me if you're gonna do all that, you know.
And then like you could tag them for the shot, but then say edited by, but then they're not gonna do that.
Yeah, but exactly. Who's gonna? They're not gonna sit there and edit it, or they're gonna forget because they're not. Maybe that's just not how they operate or whatever. And then on top of that, I don't know. I feel like even then when you see it, I don't know. Me as with the consumer side, if I saw it, but that's too many people in one pot. Like I don't know. I don't want to hear that.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know. Maybe I'm nitpicking. That's kind of like when if I saw on music tags, they'll be like produced by so and so and mixed by so and so, and not too many people are gonna put that it was mixed, like engineering and stuff like that. So yeah, whatever. And it's not to discredit, of course, everyone deserves their credit, but yeah, I completely agree with you. It's like kind of like a collab that wasn't authorized, you know.
And so that's why I've been getting more into like contracts. Like it's actually pretty crazy. Like if you can have like ChatGPT make you a contract in 30 seconds.
Dude, I always forget that,
bro. It's insane. Like you just literally write everything you need. Sends you a contract, say make it a PDF, send a link, and it's that easy, bro. So like the wedding that I'm doing, I had basically I sent him a package of everything that I am able to do, and he just picked everything that he wanted. I put it all in the prompt and just sent him the link, and he signed it. It's cool, dude.
Cool, straightforward and dandy.
It saves me, it saves him, you know.
Definitely, I'm sure.
Contracts, people get contracts, make contracts.
Definitely, man. Always need that. We've had a couple instances like that, like long time ago. Yeah, definitely contracts, man.
It's the way to do it. What are your charging prices? Like, how do you go off of that? Like,
should we be talking about that?
No, because I remember I asked you because I've always like dabbled. Like, ooh, I don't know how to charge. I don't want to undercharge. I don't want to overcharge, and then I want to make profit. You know. How do you go off of that, man?
That's the hardest part. I feel like.
Or how would you recommend like charging? Like how would I
recommend it?
Because people always say, "Oh, it's based off your skills or what you can offer." You know, like if you can offer, if your skills aren't all there, but you can offer more, then you can overcharge. Well, not overcharge, but charge better. Or if you're really good, then you can overcharge. Cause
I think the best way to charge is to kind of, and I'm not like saying like I get, you know, I'm not super crazy like where like I'm making millions, you know what I mean? Like not even close. But like when I do get little, you know, jobs here and there, the way I try to price it is like I'll get everything that I can offer. Like I'll say drone, you know, photography, 15 to 30 professionally edited pictures. If I'm bringing on a second photographer, I'll charge, you know, another $200 or whatever. So I think the best way to kind of get clients or like break down your prices is to kind of explain exactly what you're going to be doing for them. That way they can see like, oh, this is what I'm paying for, this is what I want, and then you just let them choose what they want, add it up.
Have you ever dealt with people that they once they see all that, like let's say they sign the contract, whatever, do they want, oh, can I cut it down, like the price down instead, or try to like weasel their way out of like paying the whole price? Have you dealt with people like
negotiate even after it's said and done?
Not even negotiating. They're like no, why am I getting charged so much for this? Yeah, it's just photos.
Nothing like that, because I make it kind of clear like what they're getting beforehand, so they know what they're paying for, and they'll always get the deposit. Get that deposit
before anything.
What kind of deposit? Is it a set amount or a percentage?
What I do is 50% to book, and then 50% 2 weeks before the shoot. If it's a big shoot, if it's like if I'm only making like $100 or something, I'll do like the day of or something. But always get a deposit.
Always get a deposit.
No, we can lock it in.
Valid.
Deposit,
Valid. Is it non-refundable?
Non-refundable. It should be.
Deposit's non-refundable.
Yeah, deposit should.
Because that's my time, like I was searching all those prices. I was finding locations. I might drive to the location to kind of.
But what if it never happens though? What if they just cancel and you never actually do it?
If it doesn't happen, it depends. Like, I'll be honest. Like,
how you feeling?
Yeah. No, like,
I don't know.
I kind of wanted some new shoes.
It's spent. I bought Bitcoin with it.
That's already gone, bro.
I bought Doge.
Wait, do you invest in crypto?
Yeah.
Do you?
Not nothing crazy, but I'll throw like $50 here and there. I bought Mudang the other day.
No,
on which one?
Mudang. Yeah.
Is that like a new one, or
it's like the cow one?
Yeah, I just barely. I barely saw it. Like there's something slight of it. Yeah, I didn't dive deep into it either, but I saw it.
The at the clinic that I work at, the doctor he has a friend who does like IT and stuff like that, and he comes in and fixes all their stuff, and he's a big like crypto guy, so he's always telling him like, hey, you should invest in this, you should invest in this, and then me and the doctor talk about it, and I'm like, fuck it, bro, I'm gonna throw in $50, if it 10x's,
it could happen, because
100x.
I remember when Doge,
yeah,
back when it was came out, I put in like maybe $10, less than $10, around there, and I just let it go, and then when it was going up, it went up to like $500 for me. I was like, oh sweet, I'm gonna let it keep going up. And that's when everybody like pulling their money out, and then like, oh shit, it went down to like 150. I was like, fuck, I'm gonna just take it out. And I made money off it, but like,
still made money,
you never know. So it's always like a hit or a miss,
There's this thing called like day trading, I think. I'm not too familiar on it, but like that's where people are like just constantly watching it every hour of the day and investing when it's low, and then when it goes back up, take out what you made for profit, and then repeat, rinse, lather.
Yeah.
Damn, that's shit.
It's crazy.
Have you tried day trading, or would you try to do it?
I don't think I have enough money to do that.
You need money for that, huh?
If I put $50, I'm gonna make $3.
$2 you don't have.
Getting this ball rolling.
After it's taxed, maybe like $1 something.
$0.10.
Fuck it.
Did you guys ever dive any deep at all into like my bad? Have you guys seen it? That people have been betting with the GTA thing, the release of the new GTA. Yeah, that they're saying something as simple as like, Playboy Carti will release an album before then, even the Return of Christ and stuff like that. Like, we were like,
I've seen some.
Or something as simple. I definitely will. I think I'm gonna place my money on. They're saying, will there be another pushback date? I'm definitely gonna put some money on that for sure. Quick hundo for sure. But yeah.
Well, that gives me an idea though, because I remember when like I think the PlayStation 5 came out. Well, like all like the streamers and stuff like that. They're always like pushing like the new games and everything. That's like when GTA comes out, that's like a new way to make more money off of that, because you can clip shit, you can play and stream all that stuff, so you can like make money off of that, like.
Oh, so you're saying that one could hop into new streaming when the game drops?
So once it comes, people are gonna play the whole game and then they're gonna go online. And
or people that don't have it yet.
Yeah, and then that's a new way for people. Okay, someone brand new like trying to stream, like come up as a streamer, they can pop off of that and then become a streamer or make money off it.
Should we start streaming? Is what you're saying?
That's the way to go. Have you guys heard of the streaming university?
I haven't.
No.
Like that one dude, Kai Cenat, and a bunch of his other homies. They actually hosted like a actual university. Like their own. I think they rented a place out.
Like a school course.
Yeah. Then they all the people that paid and everything that went in there, and they were like they're streaming on their computers, and they were like taking knowledge from like all the like the big streamers. So there was actually like one of the I don't know their names, but like the main dudes like teaching courses. Like, oh, you got to do this, you got to do that, you do this and that. So it's like it's a way.
Yeah, no, that streaming stuff is crazy. I'll be honest, I'm not too indulged in it or really know too many names like that, but I see enough of their clips and know of it. Like, bro, it's just a whole nother world. Like I said, I'm not too informed on it. That's crazy. Like some people eat, sleep, and breathe on that and stuff, you know. And it's a whole nother world. Just as much as the streaming bigs, the watching is big. You know what I mean? Some people are real like audience fans and supporters and shit. I think that's really cool.
I mean, I'm guilty, bro. I used to watch like people play Pokemon until I got the game.
Yeah, exactly.
So
yeah, because honestly, every now and then when it does pop up on my feed or something, like a live one on TikTok, I'll watch it for a bit. Yeah, I'll watch it. Yeah.
You know what I like? Those GTA what is it called? Role playing.
Which ones?
Where like someone will be a cop.
Oh,
yeah, those are funny.
I think I've seen those.
Yeah, those are funny.
Pretending to be a cop.
Resistance.
Yeah, I've seen those. Those are sick.
See, those ones I actually, if I randomly see them, I actually kind of will watch some of those ones. It's kind of funny.
Those are good.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. What you got? Any plans coming up for like any photography, like shoots?
Any leveling up, anything up under your sleeve?
Yeah.
I just did one actually, a pretty big shoot that I'm so proud of it, bro. So I got a smoke shop to collab with me.
Nice.
Shout out to Cowboy, a clothing brand, and a couple models that I hired to show up, and it was pretty cool.
Nice, man.
Dude, I realized why you pay models
Yeah.
that day, because like you don't have to do shit. Like you just set up your lighting. You know, if you have ideas, you know, you can throw them in, but for the most part, you just kind of point and shoot, and they kind of, you know what
Do
I
their
mean?
thing.
Like
Yeah.
Depending on their level of experience and the vibe.
but like if you pay like a good model, like it's not only is it a good experience, but like it's
a lot easier.
professional.
Yeah.
You know, like you get that sense of like, damn, like this was a high quality shoot when like it wasn't. So it's pretty cool.
It's just the little things, bro. Like it's just a simple because like I said, I do clothes, I design. You know, I've been doing clothes for a minute, on and off, and then like styling or stuff like that. Like I'll collab with people, whether it's from my brand or like styling artists for the. What's up?
Don't bump into.
Oh yeah. Or collabing with artists, you know, with the clothing brand, or just styling their shoots, bringing clothes and stuff like that. My stuff or stuff that I sell, whatever. It definitely is a lot. It definitely adds a lot to it. Like, you know, to have a stylist on the set, or to have two photographers, or to have, like you said, a model at certain skill levels and stuff, you know, anywhere from like, hey, I do a lot of brand shoots, promo shoots, or even runway shoots. You know, those kind of models are really engaging and stuff like that, man and woman. So it just adds a whole nother element. I love it. I love doing that stuff, you know. But there's a lot of pros and cons. Yeah, but when you collab with other people, especially or a certain setting, it just the atmosphere's up, you know.
Flows.
You know, exactly. Exactly.
Well, what do you shoot with? Like what camera?
So I have a Canon R5. The lens I like to use is a 24 to 105 f4. I also have a couple of others, but the Canon R5 is it's a beast, bro. I love that. I love Canon.
You're a Canon guy?
Bro, ever since I was like, when I was in EVIT, we were using Canons, and I just fell in love with like how easy it is for me. I know I like Sony too. Like I've shot with I think it was a Sony ZV-1 or something like that. It was pretty cool. I think I like video better for Sony for sure. But the Canon, it just picture-wise for me, you know, it does what I need it to do. 45 megapixels, you know. So
is that the lens you just mentioned? Is that the one you stick to most of the time?
Yeah, most of the time, because it's like very versatile.
Yeah.
So you just kind of do anything with it. And the f4, I know people like the f1.2 or whatever. I don't really shoot that low. I'm not really. I don't do anything like that. I don't do like product or anything, so I don't need it.
Did you ever experimented like anything like the different, like, you know, shadow photography, film, or anything, any sub niche, you know?
I play with stuff here and there, but nothing too crazy. I try to just practice what I shoot, you know. So if I have extra time at a shoot, you know, I'll be like, hey, do you want to, you know, do a couple of different lighting techniques or something, just to see what we can do.
Yeah, maybe we can get something going, bro, because like you're new to the studio. I still gotta show you around a bit after this, but in the next room over, we're gonna be setting it up as like a photography podcast room. You know how right now this department's kind of, you know, got 3-4 departments going on, and it's more one use at a time, but we plan on really expanding to the next unit over, and, you know, maybe we can get something going.
Yeah, Mike, well, like you said, I mentioned photo, like half photo and maybe half podcast, and then we're planning on probably renting out, like, you know, photography and renting out the podcast for other people, you know.
Like, and stuff.
So collabing
type shit. Type.
That's the best way, is to collab.
Have you collabed with any like big artists around here in the valley, or maybe outside of the state?
Let me see.
Or up and coming artists.
Up and coming. Ones that come to my mind. Sincere 2K. Shout out him. He used my picture as his album cover, so that was a big compliment for me. You know, it's the biggest compliment you can give your photographer is put it as your profile picture or use it. You know.
Definitely. I've had people use my clothing and like their photos, like default photos or album covers and stuff like that, or promo photos, and it's like I wasn't even expecting that. And I think the dopest thing where it's like I didn't give them that piece, or I didn't give them that piece for it, or you know what I mean, or they didn't buy it. I didn't know that it was bought for that. You know what I mean? And it just sums up there. It's like yo, or you just see it on your own feed. It's one of the dopest feelings.
Yeah,
it's amazing.
Yeah, man.
Why you do it?
Yeah. What else, man?
What about you, bro? I know you shoot weddings and stuff like that.
I'm trying to get back into it, man.
Yeah.
I need to get back into it. I realized that I got rid of a lot of equipment. So I need to like re-up in my equipment, and
you don't really need that much though, bro. Like you see people go making millions of views on their
definitely.
phone, bro. It's crazy.
True.
Yeah, I just need to get back into that zone because we've actually thought about it. We shot our friend. He was on a podcast. Another host. Shout out Erick. The other Erick. Not this Erick. Other Erick. But we shot his engagement photos, and then he was with me, so he was kind of helping me out. So we kind of got an idea, like, oh, why don't we start doing like photos, weddings and stuff like that, like ourselves? Because you know, like. Doing it by yourself, it kind of sucks as a photographer because there's a lot of moments you have to capture, you know. And I've done quinceañeras and I've done weddings by myself, so it kind of sucks because it's just one man and you have to capture every moment. You know, you want to capture every moment for that person, you know. Mm-hmm. So having more than one photographer helps out. So like me and him were like, maybe we should maybe eventually start buying the equipment and start doing all that and, start charging, stuff like that. But, no, I've been trying to get back into it. It's just kind of sucks. I'm kind of like we spoke in the last podcast because of what happened with like a relationship and everything. So I'm kind of like trying to step back out into like the world and get back to where I was before all that. So I'm struggling a little bit trying to get back into the photo game.
I feel that. I have some advice maybe for that might help a little bit. If you're a solo photographer, you don't know anybody that takes pictures, If you do your first wedding, you should charge anything, $200, $500, whatever. And trust me, it sounds crazy, but use that money to hire a professional photographer to help you out and just have them
shadow them.
More so. You could shadow them, but have them get their quality work because you can use those, in your portfolio. So if you hire them, you could have them sign a contract where they're relinquishing everything, you know what I mean? And you also get professional shoots. The customer is happy because that's the main thing, right? Mm-hmm. Like you want their wedding shoot to go perfect and like you get that as your portfolio. So like it's a win-win. Mm-hmm. You didn't make anything that time, but the next time, you have all these professional images that you could use, plus the experience, like you said, the experience that you earn and. So
get a couple bucks in your pocket too. No, that's crazy. I've never thought about anything like that. That's a very interesting way of going about things. Like collabing and also gaining from it, but also not just gaining, learning and
soaking everything up.
Yeah. And then that's a very businessy move.
It is. I fuck with that. Have you worked with like other photographers? Like, have you hired one?
Yeah. So there's this guy that I shadow. His name is Kim Roberts. Shout out to Kim. Dude, this guy is incredible, bro. Like he's. If there was a master photographer like title, like he would be up there for sure.
That's what's up, man.
Like he gets contracts from big, I don't really know off the top of my head, but big companies.
Some heavy hitters.
His title is a corporate photographer.
Wow.
So he's like up there,
Yeah.
He gets hired like every week, every month.
Nice.
It's like that's his job, And I just shadow him every now and then. I'll go to him. He'll pay me to help him out, set up lighting and stuff. So I've learned a lot from him. He's awesome.
That's awesome, man. See, this form of like collabing and interning is super cool, man.
You gotta do it. Like some people want to get paid for it right off the bat, but it's like any business. Like you're not gonna make money the second you open your doors.
Definitely.
You gotta fish.
Yeah.
And in some sense too, it's kind of like I feel like with some things like that, it just, especially starting off, bro, it just, you gotta have a love for the game and stuff. I understand some people do certain businesses, like say they start like a taxi business. They're not doing it for the love, they're doing it for the business. I understand some things work like that, but in my opinion, some level of art, or at least level of scaling and stuff like that, you just need a dash of love. Like, for instance, my personal opinion, a barber, what makes a really good barber is a barber that actually likes doing it. And then I've had barbers that are super good, but they're just over it. And I'm sure 20 years ago, 5 years ago, when they first started, they love it, but they're focusing on raising their kids. They're focusing on investing. They finished this quality cut in like 20 minutes. You know what I know? But it was still like what someone else would have done in 40 minutes. I'm not putting a timestamp on anybody. It's quality especially when you're a haircut. But what I'm saying, the love for the game just helps a little bit of anything.
Has there been a time where you actually felt like, not saying quit photography, but you don't feel like the love for it?
Like, screw this, man.
Screw this.
I'm not feeling the game no more.
There are times, you know. Sometimes you don't get shit for the week, for the month. But when you do, then you remember why you do it.
Oh, that's something, man. No, I love that, bro. Especially, like, for instance, like when I do shoots or something or collabs with someone, and that feeling after or the day after, or I get the results back, it's like, yes. It's like, you know, a sense of confidence. Like, this is who I am. This is what I do. And it's not like an ego. Element. Yeah, it's not an ego thing. I mean, sure, I feel like there's a good sense of good ego, but I'm saying in the sense of, this is me. This is what I do. I'm up, baby. You know what I'm saying? Like, feeling yourself. And I feel like as an artist, as a person, as a business person, you should pat yourself on the back like that.
It's like when you get a haircut, bro. Like, you just feel different.
Fly guy.
Yeah, you come in there like, hey, what's up? Hey, how you doing?
Gets a haircut, doesn't know how to act.
Yeah.
Go straight to Target.
See y'all later.
I'm gonna go to Target for no reason.
Yeah, dude, that's the funniest stuff, man.
Yeah, man. But what else we gonna talk about, man? You got any conspiracy? Are you into conspiracies and stuff like that?
How do you feel about conspiracy theories, man?
How do I feel about what?
How do you feel about conspiracy theories? What is one theory that you can generally say, you know what? It's not a theory, it's true.
Well, I got one for you.
Let's hear it.
Because there's always, it's been around forever, but it's called Soylent Green type, whatever it's called. Pretty much saying
Cut the camera.
The feds are listening. No, because we talked about it last time, and I remember we were talking about how do we like provide enough like meat for like places like fast food restaurants, grocery stores, because we're consuming it every day, you know, right?
Right.
Every day. So like obviously there's not enough cows, and cow takes forever to grow, you know. So there's a thing saying that Soylent Green is an ingredient added into food or meat, which is pretty much a way of saying human meat type of shit, you know,
or some form of it, or even as far as like maybe something less,
something like that.
Is sometimes it's like maybe different kind of animal meat or artificial meat.
Because recently,
like chickpeas and stuff or whatever.
Something like that.
Chickpeas,
or like, you know how they say it's like beef, and they ground up a bunch of different kinds of meat,
like McDonald's chicken nuggets.
Maybe they're portioning it, like they'll put some percent of beef, the rest is just the vegetables.
Some shit like that, yeah. Like beef. But I don't know if it's real or not, because I never like to say it's real, but like they've been saying that, you know, what's his name, Putin from Russia, the president, whatever he is, he's trying to release the info like from here, like the United States, that he has all the like intel, you know, all that shit. Right. So he's trying to release it, like let it be known in public that it's real, like a legit thing.
It's a fine line, because like it's propaganda / conspiracy. You know, it depends. I don't
know what to believe anymore. So what I'm saying,
it's hard, because like people will post anything and believe anything, so like it's hard to change people's minds.
Yeah, because when I was younger, I'd believe it. Oh, that's crazy. And now that I'm older, I'm like, you know, there's a fine line. Like, you know, someone can just go online and say some dumb shit and people will believe it, and then there's like the other side of you, like, nah, it's just whack. It's not real.
My favorite is that meme where it's like, don't believe everything you hear on the internet. Abraham Lincoln.
What the fuck?
I love that shit, bro.
That's real. What do you mean? He said that himself.
Yep.
That's funny.
He tweeted it.
I think one that I will say though is definitely not true, or maybe it was at one point, but I don't believe it's true that, you know, pigeons are like surveillance cameras, and then they watch us. But then when they pointed out, you've never seen a baby pigeon, I was like, that's true. But
shit, that's true.
Think about it. Have you seen a baby pigeon?
So, but I will say maybe, okay, every now and there's a couple like robot pigeons or something, but not every single pigeon's a real like pigeon.
You know what you just reminded me of? One time I was doing a shoot for a house, right? And I was shooting the bathroom, and I like look up, and you know how like those rich people, they have those big ass windows in their bathrooms, and I look up and I just see a pigeon kind of staring in, and like I like go over here to like, you know, just kind of see if it's like watching me, and I felt like it was like actually like
watching,
like staring at
up,
you,
just like staring me down. So I don't know, like maybe
did it move at all?
It didn't really move, that's what kind of freaked me out. It was just kind of like locked in.
Was it that regular looking light gray one?
That's funny.
Gray one?
Regular pigeon.
That's crazy though. I've never seen them that observant. Like, just
have you guys seen those pigeons that like, you know, like they're on the street and then the car's coming and they fly away?
Yeah.
Have you guys seen the ones that don't fly away?
they get ran over or what?
No, they don't get ran over, but they just don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
That's what happened to me the other day, and I was like, I was literally turning into a street at work, you know, and I was like, I'm gonna run this bird over if it doesn't move or fly away, and I would expect it to fly away, you know, and it didn't get run over because I didn't hit it, but it was like right there, and I looked in my mirror and it was still just standing there. I'm thinking, is it even real or not? Like, what is this shit? Type shit.
That's crazy,
dude. Nah, for real. Like, I think okay. Were you saying that? I want to come back to the conspiracy theories, but real quick, when you saying that house thing, have you guys? Because I know you guys do similar line of work, doing the house for sale for photography. Have you personally ever experienced being weird somewhere at someone else's house? Because real quick, I do Amazon, bro, and yeah, I only go up until front of their door and drop the packages, but so every now and then there's a weird atmosphere because you have to factor in you're entering someone's space.
Yeah.
And I remember one house in particular. I hopped out real quick, and it was like almost about to be sunset. Hopped out the van real quick, sliding door, hopped out, went to the door, and then like the house was really nice, but it felt like unkept. And then instantly when I walked up, like, I don't know, they were like hidden like under the entrance or something, and a bunch of like crows just flew out of there. And then one legit like swiped my hat and shit. Like I felt it, and it was like creepy, and it was just whatever. And then I was like, freaking out. And then I just threw the placed it, excuse me, and then walked back. And I was like, you know what? That was strange. And then just looking at the house was just strange. And I did a quick little prayer or whatever. I didn't feel threatened. I just felt like that was weird. I just passed by someone's house or something. Energy.
It was like eerie.
Yeah, like, but I felt good. I myself personally feel safe. Mm-hmm. But I'm saying something was like, it almost felt like spiritually I walked by something. You know, so I ask you with that, have you ever experienced thing or almost felt something at someone else's like space or the houses for sale?
The only thing, it wasn't like supernatural, but like one time I was you know how you're supposed to text the agent before you get there or whatever. I texted him and he was like, oh, the owner should be there to let you in. And when I got there, he wasn't. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna go inside. I got the code to get in, and I went inside. And as I'm going in, like literally as I'm stepping in through the door, he's pulling up, goes in through the garage door, and he comes in through this way. And I'm like, oh, I'll meet him right here, right? But the lights are off. He doesn't know that I'm inside.
Yeah.
And dude, like it was pretty wild because like he opens the door, and like I'm wearing my shirt and I have my camera and stuff, but he can't see what it is. Like it's dark.
Yeah.
So he looks at me and he's like, "Oh my god!" He freaks out. He backs up into the wall, almost ate shit, bro.
Oh shit!
I felt so bad. And he goes to like turn on the light. He's like, "Who are you? How'd you get in?"
Yeah.
I'm just like, "Bro, I'm chill. Like I got my shirt on."
wait. So what do you say? Like, hey, I'm the real.
I was like, I'm here. He's like, "How'd you get in?" I'm like, I show him the key. And he just like freaks out. He's like, "My bad, dude. I had someone rob me a couple months ago." Shit. And I'm like, "Oh shit!" Like, imagine if he would have just started swinging.
Oh,
I would have had to knock him out with the camera, bro.
I've had a few weird experiences. There's one that I've told him. I'll probably say it right now. But there's that thing too you mentioned about how you had a weird feeling, eerie feeling about going into a place. Mm-hmm. I had one where it was already going to shit because sometimes the agents don't answer back, and the homeowners, the homeowners are kind of the same experience as yours. Well, the agent told me, the homeowner is there, so you can knock, they'll let you in, whatever. So I show up, I knock, and I'm knocking for like 20 minutes. They wouldn't answer, and I keep texting the agent, they're not here, and it was going back and forth. They told me, go, you can leave or you can come back, whatever. But the thing is, before I got there, I felt fine. I felt normal, nothing bad. Mm-hmm. But as soon as I got in the property, I just started feeling like shit. Mm-hmm. Like I was getting sick for some reason. And then I was going back and forth with the agent, and I was going back with our our people in the office. Like, what do? Do I leave? Do I go? Come back? Whatever. And then eventually I went back again. Like, oh, he's there. He came back, so you can go back and talk to him. And I went back to the property and I talked to the guy. He told me, I don't know if I know we scheduled a shoot today, but I don't know if we can because I just picked up my kid and then he's sick and he has COVID, so we're all kind of like feeling ill, And in my head, I was funny. In my head to myself, I told myself like, wait, I feel like shit too. But as soon as I got here, like, it's weird. So I don't know if it was my body telling me like, yo, like,
that's crazy.
It's kind of like giving like a hint, like a
defense,
something. Because I don't know. Because I felt fine, and And then we cleared up. Like, nah, we can reschedule whatever, this and that. I left, and as soon as I like, kind of left the area, it went away. I was like, what the fuck? I was like, shit.
Some trust your gut type shit? Or?
Probably, yeah. It was weird. Cause, like, I felt fine. Like, I feel good. And then walked to the house, and I was like, oh, shit. I feel like a fever. My body was starting to ache. And I was like, what the hell is this? And I left, and it was gone.
Dang, that's strange.
I'm lucky. I never had anything like that.
And then, I'm going to make it short because it's kind of long. But I had you've been all over the valley, right? When they send us everywhere. I ended up in Sun City, where all the elderly folks are at and this and that. Yeah. And I ended up a house that was vacant. Nobody was there, And I did my shoot and everything just fine. And then I was wrapping it up. I was putting my equipment away and everything. I had seen something like in the hallway, like the door right there, like the top of it, something like fly by like that.
Oh hell no!
And I was like, I was literally
like just a shadow figure or something.
Yeah, and I was literally putting my equipment away, getting the tripod, everything ready, and I was just doing that. And I look up and I literally caught it as soon as it fly by, and then like. Usually I thought it was my mind like playing tricks on me, but my body went like cold and like like when you something scary happens, you like literally freeze and stuff like that. And I literally was like there and I couldn't move. I was like, not that I couldn't move like myself, but I just felt like I didn't want to move. I was like, what do I do? So I just grabbed my stuff and walked out the door. I was like, fuck that, never again, bro.
That's creepy, scary. Bro.
And then as soon as I walked out the door, the little like. Goosebumps, whatever, went away. I was like, shit. It was creepy, bro.
Have you ever experienced anything with the paranormal? Or what you might believe it might have been? Or, might not have proof, or do have proof, or firmly believe?
Firm believer.
I don't know. Maybe when I was a kid, but nothing recent. I don't feel like I don't pay attention anymore with, like, what's going on around me. Like, it's...
As soon as you grow up, it's just like, I don't care anymore.
Yeah, whatever. That's another ghost.
Yeah. Stupid ass ghost and pay no bills in his house.
But, how you feeling, bro? How you feeling?
Good. I'm cold.
You're cold, bro?
I'm cold.
You're cold?
You want a jacket?
Oh, you want a sick jacket, bro?
You want a sick jacket?
What are you, like a medium?
How much?
Nah, bro, just put it on you, bro. Next scene, he's like, completely different outfit.
Have you seen those movies where, like, I think it was Avengers, where, like, Tony Stark's talking to Spider-Man, and then, like, the next, like, it points to Tony Stark, and then it goes back to Peter? Yeah. And then he has his hairstyle differently.
I think, yeah.
Dude, those are fucking funny.
You want to wear his cardigan?
I'm okay. I just gotta like.
Nah, bro, you cold? We turn it up because it gets hot in here because of the lights and stuff like that.
Nah, I get it. My bad. I shouldn't have said shit.
Nah. He's trying to style you up right now.
That one's dope. Can I see that?
Oh, this one? This one's a custom one. This is
Try it on, bro. You can be our
Take 2 seconds.
Throw it on, bro.
Yeah, I'm not selling it to you, but you don't have to.
Oh, he is. That's his tactic. Oh yeah, bro. Try it on. Looks good on you. Check it out. The mirror's right there. He's already pulling out his
free promo and shit.
His what's it called? His square right on his phone. Here you go. Just swipe to pay or tap to pay.
Or like those where like you trip and then.
Like,
no, people are freaking out. What did you do? What did you do?
What did you do to me?
Nah, low key, that's valid. I'm glad I seen the prank before it happened to me, because if it happened to me, I would have been pissed. Like, hey, did you take money from me? But I think I actually would have checked on my phone first. But, I would have spazzed out.
Yeah, man. Have you shot? My bad. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I was just going to say, what do you guys do, like, outside of,
out here and, like...
business and hustle? What do you guys like to do for fun? What do you guys do to kind of decompress?
That's the thing. Nothing, because...
I've been reading more again lately. Okay. Yeah, but as far as decompressing, that's a valid one. I feel like I need to do that more.
Who do you?
Well, right now I'm rereading, and I emphasize rereading because I feel like I didn't really digest it as much as I'm doing now. I'm rereading again this book called Emotional Intelligence 2.0. Sorry, I forgot the author, but I'll show it to you after this. But it's a really, really helpful book. Still, I feel like it's refreshing memory that was there because I read it again, but I'm really diving in deep, and it's just, I don't know, it's a really insightful book. One thing, the biggest things, just real quick, what I've learned is that every single moment and every single action has some form of emotion first, and then it's your response. So there's all forms of level of like happiness, sad, anxiousness, and anger. All those things, there's 5 of them. Every given moment, you have some level of emotion of that. There's level high, medium, low, and anytime something as simple as like, hey, when you came in, when you drove here, when you woke up, when you had a slight argument with someone, there's always some form of a level of emotion and then your reaction. So what it's really trying to teach you is learning to understand that there's a difference between how you respond and how you feel. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So it just dives in deep into a lot of that. I can go on a whole tangent with it with you guys, but so I think that I'm just saying I'm not really trying to practice. I'm still trying to practice what I preach. I still got a lot to learn because I'm really learning myself that, hey, you know what? I've done this before. You know what I mean? I accelerated like this, or I thought like this, or I was expressing my stress too much in the room instead of holding my composure and holding the shit down. Okay. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's just really insightful to how one can better their perspective and just reaction time too. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So my bad. That's what I've been reading lately. But as far as decompressing, I don't know. I need to go to the gym again.
Yeah, I go to the gym. That's all I do. Work, gym, home, same thing over and over. I don't really have like a third place. Oh, maybe the gym is my third place.
I feel like this is our third place.
Kinda. We're only here like once a week. So we're not really here.
Once a week. Are you guys posting once a week, or how often are you guys?
Like the podcast ways? Yeah. We're trying to, because we haven't really been recording. We just recorded one last week, and before that we haven't done it like in maybe 3 weeks. Okay. We're trying to stay consistent, like you said earlier. That consistency is what
like once a week
helps grow. Yeah,
because I know you got to like rent out the studio. You got to pay for that. You got to pay for it. So I get it.
But we're trying to push it back, the whole podcast and other stuff. Like every week, push something out. Maybe like reels or stuff like that. But we're just trying to get back to the groove because our schedules are like completely different. So like we only have like one day we can actually meet, and then for example like we had to set this day up so like for all of us to be here. So it's kind of hard to like make it all work together.
Right. Yeah, we're figuring out ways to really work with each other because there's mainly 3 of us, me, Dro, and then our co-partner Kenji. He does a lot of the music production, so we got to meet the fine line of when is it available and stuff for. Because it's collaborative. We don't mind more than one people being here, but it's like, say, if you're trying to work on something and then I'm over here being loud, it's just, what page are we on, But then like I said, we're expanding into the next unit, so we want to get that going, but, we got to furnish it. And then, in a few months, bro, when you come back again, you'll see it all up and dandy.
Can't wait.
Come back here, do some photo shoots,
I got you, bro. Let me know.
Definitely, man, definitely.
What about you, man? What do you do, like, to decompress, besides work and
I play a lot of Fortnite.
Do you?
Bro. I'm cracked. No, I'm just kidding.
You're cracked?
No. I suck
You're
ass,
chop,
bro. No. I play Fortnite. Have you ever played Ark Survival?
No, I haven't.
No, it's like a dinosaur game. It's so fun.
I think I've seen it. Yeah,
I'll check it out because literally I just got the PlayStation 5 like a few days ago.
Okay, yeah.
Like legit, and I kid you not, I just downloaded Fortnite yesterday because it's free now apparently on the PlayStation store.
You know what this guy does? He uses my account. This guy, he stole my account and changed my name, so now all my stuff is his.
You know what happened though? It's my fault.
My fault.
I was playing GTA long ago in the pandemic. I was like, man, fuck it, I'll play something, And then I didn't have an account on the PlayStation 4, and then so I just started using his. And then my character developed so much that like this is my character, and then it's on his cuenta and shit. So like I can't just change his. But it's still, so when fast forward to now, it's the PlayStation 5, it's like, it's his account. Yeah, but it's mine. Yeah. It's mine, though. I keep telling him to make a new one. And it's just, there you go. He doesn't even play.
He's too busy at the gym, bro.
Too busy at the gym, bro? Where you at?
Bro.
Playing life.
Yeah.
While you're playing that little game or whatever.
Yeah, man. But what were we talking about? Oh, yeah, you're Fortnite.
Fortnite, Ark. Try to shoot different stuff. I've been hanging out with a lot of like different dogs lately. I know it sounds weird, but so I just started this like vet tech job, and just kind of trying to learn like behavioral and stuff like that, just inform myself, soak up everything I can. And it's pretty cool, bro, like how every single dog has its own personality.
That's true.
Like you don't until you really think about it, like those like high conversations where you're like, oh shit, like it's like that, bro. Like it's crazy.
Definitely.
No, it is, because at home we have 3 dogs. 2 of them are like little Chihuahua wieners, and they act the same way. They're chill, calm.
They're older.
Older. And then my little brother, he got a dog last year. It's like a mix of a husky and German.
Oh, cool.
So it looks like a husky.
He's a baby.
But that dude is wild. He's like personality. He's like crazy. To me, he's annoying.
Yeah, but he's little. He's like still a year. Technically still a puppy, right? But he's a medium-sized dog. But he's a bully. Like he's a bully to the other dogs. For one, he wasn't mindful, and for 2, his size, and 3, at this point, he's just running amok with his social, I guess his hierarchy or whatever bullshit. Yeah. And he knows at this point he knows what he's doing. He's just a jerk. And then sometimes I just separate them. Like, you jackass.
You
Like,
gotta neuter him, bro.
Neuter.
Take his balls.
oh, speaking of that, my girl, we just barely, my girlfriend, she just barely did it to her dog. Like, this is day 2.
Conehead.
Little conehead, whatever.
Yeah.
And then, oh, bro, this is so sad because I never really realized that cone is so, like, such an outdated thing. There's like onesies you can put on them or something, and then there's inflatable like.
Oh yeah, the inflatable ones.
Yeah, it's just more mindful, and it took us a while to go get it because it was sold out and stuff. It's just that plastic cone is just, and on top of that, it was a little too big for it. It's just such an outdated piece of thing because the poor dog couldn't even sleep all night until like the middle of the night when we took it off her and put her in the onesie, and she fell asleep immediately. Poor dog was not sleeping.
Yeah, I think it's always funny when the dogs have cones and they're trying to like get their areas.
Yeah, she gets stuck between the muebles like.
Yeah, no, it's crazy. Like, before getting this job, I didn't realize how bad of a pet owner I was. Because, like, dude, like, just little things that you do, like, I'll tell you guys a sad story. So, one of my first, like, couple weeks, I heard a story about this dog who came in, and it came in dead, right? So, what happened was the owners left the trash can open, and the dog was eating hot Cheetos out of the bag, but it was what is it called? Those
the big bags?
No, those pugs. So it has like the round kind of round flat face. So like in the bag, it kind of like fits perfect. But like it tried to get it out.
Did it suffocate?
It suffocated in the freaking bag, bro.
I just saw a video about that. It was
it's crazy. Like now at home, I'm like baby proofing shit. Like I bought a trash can that closes and just making sure that like they can't hurt themselves because like you don't really realize. Like what can
happen. So the dog accidentally died eating the stuff in the trash?
Getting in the trash, and he suffocated in the hot Cheeto bag.
And then they discovered him like that?
They came home to his...
I laughed. No, I feel you. We don't mean to laugh.
It's crazy.
But that's such an upsetting thing. Imagine you come home, keys jangling.
Hey, Cheeto head.
Shit. Oh, he got in there. Oh, little Chucho got in the trash.
Dude, it sucks. Like, you got to really, pay attention to shit like that, so... Yeah. I've just been more mindful, like of shit that I leave around the house.
Definitely.
What kind of dog you have?
I have 2. I have a German Shepherd and a Pit Bull Terrier.
Oh, Chuchoed out.
Yeah, they're cute. But just be more mindful of your animals, guys, because
especially in the heat now.
Especially in the heat. Yeah.
Because I see, not in the heat, but like I see when people are walking their dogs, and and you notice they don't have like the little. What are the things they put on?
Little shoes.
Little shoes. Yeah. You notice that? Because I've seen like, okay, I always thought it was funny. Like, why do they put them on there? And then I realized, it's for like, in case if it's hot outside.
There's a trick where like if you grab the back of your hand and you put it on the sidewalk, if you can hold it there for like 3 seconds without it burning, then it's okay for the dog. But if you can't, then like.
Dude, okay, that's a really good trick. No, because I like going off what Alejandro said, I never thought about it so much until you really realize, dang, and then like imagine all these little homeless dogs or something. I even saw a homeless dude have his homeless dog have those little feet.
Yeah.
Little shoes and stuff. And I was like, dang, bro. They
better owner than us.
Yeah, it's just little things like that. Because I feel you, bro. I feel like I did love dogs, appreciate dogs, but then I remember being, especially like younger, not even that long ago, like feeling like, it's a dog, he ain't gonna know. Yeah. But they do pick up energy, and they like say you're having a dispute with someone, and the dog's there and stuff, and especially how deep of a connection they have. It's like it wasn't fair for the dog. You're like scaring the dog, and I'm like, the dog's dog,
it's a dog, yeah.
Yeah, but no, it's just like a baby. They pick up everything. That's not fair to them too and stuff. People might sound like it's like doing too much, but no. And then, bro, I hate to say it, I co-parented this dog with an ex a long time ago, and then when we split, I was like, let me see the dog, and I was like, let me see the boy, and she's like, no, and then I was like, oh, come on, and I even said, fine, just let your sister watch me while I play with him in the front yard for like 5 minutes. She was like, and I was like, please let me see the dog, and then no, I couldn't, bro, and I as silly as it sound now, bro, I sound dramatic, but I will admit, bro, at that moment, that was another heartbreak on its own, another separation on its own. Like, the dog, bro. Like, I wanted to see that dog. I ain't gonna lie. Remember I told the boys, I was like, bro, you guys down to kidnap that dog? Let's get him.
We'll distract them.
And they're like, no. I think it was
some elaborate scheme.
We're not doing that.
Whatever. Then we had one of our homies that got his dog snatched from his car. Like a little French poodle. No, not a French poodle. The Frenchies. One of those. I think it was one of those. Frenchies. But he had a convertible, and then I don't know if he stepped in the house something really quick. Yeah. And then when he came back, it was gone. I was like, shit.
I would flip the fuck out.
I think I remember him saying that his girlfriend or something, a friend, they were up front, and she had a bunch of those, and then they got him jacked too. Like a day or 2 days before or after. Like, they were expensive dogs, bro. Like, people were snatching them. Like, You know,
yeah, there's a dude who brings in his Frenchie to get C-section. He has like a bunch of them, bro. He sells them for $5,000 a piece.
Oh, he's a breeder.
The last one he did had a litter of 7, bro.
So the C-section is so like it's like safer for everyone.
It is safer for the mother, yeah. Just because imagine pushing out 7. Plus it's quicker. We get them all. We put her to sleep. We take them all out. We we wake them up and shit. And
that shit sucks of breeder type dogs. Because
how do you feel about that? How do you feel about breeding and stuff like that? I know there's some ethical stuff, some protocols, some good, some bad. Some dudes might be doing some questionable. But in general, how do you feel about that?
I guess it really depends on like the person doing it. You know, like this dude just so happens to be like a good dude. Like he'll retire them after 2 litters, so he won't just pour them out and shit. Yeah. But dude, like there's a lot of money to be made. So like you got to really like look at it as a business too. So $5,000 a dog. Damn.
That's a lot.
Damn.
So
I'm starting to get into it.
Shit, I thought about doing that with my pit bull, but I looked online. I have a pit bull, but he was like, I looked online. It was like $200 a dog. And I'm like, nah.
Well, it's because everybody has a pit bull nowadays.
But if you can get like a rare dog or a rare cat.
Oh,
like
shit.
those
skinless ones?
Yeah, the skinless ones.
I mean, the skinless
Sphinx? What are they called? Sphinx?
Sphinx, maybe.
I
call them the Lord
Hairless ones.
Lord Beerus.
They're called, Lord Beerus.
Oh, Lord.
What are they called?
Dragon Ball.
Lord Beerus, yeah.
What are they called? Is it called a Sphinx?
It might be.
I don't know.
Sounds right.
I remember one time I had a homie that had one of those, and they would call it Wrinkle McGee.
Have you ever touched one of those?
Yeah, it's all like
so weird.
Like, whoa.
Those gross, man. I don't like cats. So.
No.
Yeah, I'm not really a cat person. I remember once I was at a friend's house and they had some, and I was zooted a little bit. I was like, you know what? I think I want a cat. And then I don't know if is it called growling or it hissed at me, and I was like, oh shit, never mind.
Oh, hissing.
Oh, do you believe in that theory when they freak out and they see someone? I understand some dogs are like being cautious, or some of them aren't trained well, so they just freak out when they see anybody. But do you kind of believe in that thing where it's like, oh, my dog really barked at that person? Maybe that person's like bad energy, or not a good person.
I don't think so. I think dogs are not as smart. So they don't really know what's going on. They just see someone else.
I don't know.
What about when they see stuff and they're just staring at the wall?
Oh, in the dark, straight to the dark room.
I don't know. I don't really.
You don't buy into that?
Nah, just because. Like, I don't know. I've been around so many dogs, so many cats. So, like, I feel like they're just like humans in a way. They kind of like if we're looking, we're like, oh shit, like, we feel the same way. Like when we look into a dark room and like, we get a weird feeling. Like maybe they do too. But like, there's unless you really believe in that.
Yeah. Going back to what you said a little bit in the beginning, is there anything you could tell us in the sense like how you said you were learning about dogs? Is there like personality things? Is there things to look out for? Is there is some breeds just different or more prone to do things?
I think the best way to especially if you have a dog now or looking to get into one, treat them like a toddler. I guess is the best way, because like they only know as much as you teach them. So if you teach a toddler to read a book, they know how to read a book. Now they can, but if you don't teach them how to read, they're never going to know how to read. So if you desensitize the dogs, take them with you sometimes, they're going to be bad as fuck at first. But if you take them regularly to the store with you, then it's not going to be like a freak out session every time. It's just, we're just going to the store and they pick up on that stuff, So
true.
That's what I mean by I was a bad owner before. I didn't realize how
you changed your ways.
Yeah, I'm trying. I'm just trying to be better, every day a little bit.
Oh, definitely. Yeah. You guys ever had that moment when you go to someone's house and the dog just naturally fucks with you?
Yeah.
It's a cool dog.
It's a cool dog. Just fuck with you heavy.
And then I just say, oh, dogs love me.
Yeah. I'm good energy.
No, I got bit by a chihuahua the other day.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, at work?
Chihuahua.
So how does that happen? How do you make him let go, or what do you do? Or is it with a quick swipe?
It was more like a So basically, how nurses will come in and be like, what's wrong with you, this and this, and then they'll go tell the doctor. So I basically do the same thing
for dogs,
but for dogs and cats and stuff. So I'll go in and I'll get their it's called TPR, their temperature, respiratory, stuff like that, and I'll get a stethoscope, put it to their heart, listen to their heart, check their ears, check their teeth, and I was checking his teeth, and he gave me a sign where
he was about to
he kind of got tense, and I was like, okay, maybe I shouldn't mess with them. But then he kind of turned a little bit, so I was like, oh, he should be good. And I go to check, and he just fucking bites me. And I was like, motherfucker.
This your dog?
You can't say anything because the owner's right there.
Throw it at the person. Throw it. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
You don't get out of here.
But it's funny because like we take him. I always tell this story at work. So before I got into vet tech, I took my dog to go get his shots and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And he's I know for a fact he's really bad. Like I know, but when I took him, they were like, oh, like he did good, you know. I was like, tell me the truth, like how'd he do? And she's like, oh no, he did good, he just needed a hug. And like now that I work there, I know that a hug means muzzling him. One person gets on this side, one person gets on this side, holding him down. Shit. So like it's funny, like looking back, like oh, you just needed a hug, but like
restrain him.
They restrained the shit out of him. So
dang, I was gonna ask you something. I don't know. Like you were saying with the dogs and stuff like that. Dang it, shoot! Fuck, I literally forgot.
Forgot?
I had a good question.
You forget, man.
I don't know. Something about the
what was it
dogs.
about?
I don't know.
And I'm not a dog expert, just so you know. I just
expertise.
I'm just learning what I learned. I'm sharing my knowledge.
But do you plan on sticking with that job for like making something out of it, or is it just?
It's 8 years of school if I want to continue.
Oh, really?
So,
I didn't know it was
that
long.
It's a big commitment. It's medicine, bro. Like you're get your doctorate. Like that's a degree. You know what I mean?
Opposites.
So there's a big commitment, and I don't know if I'm ready for it. The cool thing about that job is that the doctor that I work with, he's also a photographer.
Okay.
And what he told me during the interview was like he was basically my age, and someone was talking to him about like, you know, you should start doing something because you're already, you know, in your 30s, about to be 30. You should do something with your life. And he was like, well, I want to do photography. And the guy who was like, well, you could do photography whenever, you know, it's not going to go away.
True.
So you should get a degree, practice this, you know, practice medicine, and shoot along the way. And that's what he did. So some part of me wants to do that. Another part of me wants to be like, nah, I want to do just photography. Like,
I feel you on that. I feel like in my earlier years, like 18 to 22, I probably would have said, nah, I don't want to, because I don't want the idea of accepting something else. But I kind of in the middle of both, and I agree with that on anyone. But for me, it worked out different, and then it's just, I agree with you. I hear you on that.
Yeah, it's like it's really just what works for you. If you're consistent, and if you really want it, like you want to breathe, you know, it'll happen. But if not, you know, it's not bad to have a backup plan.
Definitely.
Well, I think we're in a good spot to wrap it up right there. You know what I mean?
Anything else? Any other takeaways? Anything you want to bring to the table?
Anything you want to say?
Any hot takes?
Advice?
Any
tips?
shout outs?
I like your shirt, bro. That's sick. I want to go to a concert so bad, but
never been to one.
I haven't been to a Bad Bunny concert. I've seen like Post Malone. I've seen
great.
Jesse Reyes, Wiz Khalifa. Who else? I want to see Eminem so bad, but dude, his tickets are so expensive. They're like, I saw one like $1,500, and you're like in
all the way
back.
Is that resale or like retail?
Honestly, I don't know. I just looked at the Ticketmaster, and they're so expensive, bro. And then I gotta travel there because he doesn't do anything out here. He's always in Detroit and shit. So.
Oh wow, really? He doesn't really. I would imagine.
I heard he's having, or he had a world tour. I hope it's still. I haven't really looked into it because I haven't, you know, I've just been focused on. But I want to go to more concerts. I think this year for sure.
Have you ever thought of doing like photography concert? Yeah.
So I did one for I forgot his name. I think it was like
the Storming outside.
I think it's yeah. You hear it?
Well, yeah. Who's the artist that you worked with?
I'm scared.
Hold on, give me a second to find it.
Hold me.
Nah, I always thought concert photography is cool, but I just like
motion
and trying to get in there. I don't know. Maybe I want to do that too.
I don't know. I know
different areas of photography that you can try. You know?
Definitely.
That's something I've never tried though, but I would maybe.
Cartier God.
Cartier God.
Yeah, have you heard him?
Is it a band or an artist?
He's a dude. He's a dude.
Is he new or?
That sounds familiar.
You can tap the link and check it out. It isn't like anything crazy, but
yeah,
you know, he does have a lot of followers. I was hoping like that was gonna be like a bigger break, but.
Oh, you shot photos of him?
Yeah,
like,
it's hit or miss sometimes. You know, like you.
Definitely, it's definitely from what I've seen though with concert photography, it's definitely a good way to like network and collab and get your stuff going and stuff.
Yeah,
and,
there's so many people there. Like, and if you wear your logo and stuff like that, like they're like, oh shit, like. I have a shirt that like has my Instagram QR code on it.
Oh,
definitely,
nice.
That's hard.
Yeah,
I definitely recommend that for people. I've even printed like people's Instagram and logos on the back of like their jackets or shirts, whether it's a plain shirt or they bring me something. It's like, okay, cool, you know, maybe more of a statement piece, but the message on the back.
Yeah.
You know, people will see it. People recognize those things. But speaking of that, though, Shoreline's coming here next month too.
Oh, you like Shoreline Mafia?
I don't think I've heard of him.
No.
Really? What?
I'm gonna put you on.
Put me on.
Put you on to the Shoreline Mafia
Yeah,
after the show because we can't do it. Copyright.
Yeah,
right
we
now.
can't play that shit.
Copyright, you know.
But yeah, they're coming through with I think Santa Fe Clan and who else? Oh, and Peso. No, not Peso. Just Peso from Texas. I'm talking about Peso from California. And yeah, it's like a whole, you know, takeover tour, whatever, and stuff like that. I'm definitely going. I definitely want to, but I'm gonna say straight up, if I can't make it, I'm pulling up to buy the bootlegger shirts in the front parking lot, bro. Because I have this huge thing, bro. Okay, I'm a huge vintage collector, like shirt collector. So I don't know, the bootlegs are just so cool, bro. Because then I like to get like 2 or 3 of them, one for me, one to wear, and then one to like store away in my storage unit to turn vintage 20 years from now. I have like a whole unit of things. But I don't know. Sometimes, like for instance, when I went to the Don Omar concert, that was an incident where like the bootlegger shirts were better than the official merch. You know what I mean? But I've gotten them every time I go to any major artist concert, and they're always the vendors in the outside and stuff. And then my pro tip, if there's a bunch of vendors, or you don't feel like you're not sure, maybe I want to get the stuff inside, but then you kind of want a bootleg shirt, just get it after at the end, because at the end they'll have different sizes and discounts, stuff like that, or they're trying to get rid of it. Yeah. Just hit them straight up like, oh, I could do, 2 for $30 or whatever with the cash. And
I would have known that.
Huh?
Wish I would have known that.
I always buy them right as I get there.
Yeah, definitely.
$120. Here you go.
FOMO. I need to get it now.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. No, they definitely did give me like that. Like on the YG one. Yeah, they sold out everywhere. Yeah. Inside and outside and stuff. And it was YG and OGZ, and I definitely wish I would have got it. But we came like just in time, so it was like almost late, so we ran inside. So not miss the show. But
good shit.
I love a good bootleg tee. Yeah, fun stories.
Any last tips, tricks, opinions, advice?
You know what?
Oh, what'd you think? You like this?
Follow PMO.
PMOS.
Is that what you're going with?
Put me on something podcast? Yeah.
Put me on something.
Oh, that's not us. It's Polo.
Polo.
Like,
no, we need to get.
Yeah, we do need something.
You guys need something that way. Like when people
like
come
sign,
in,
yeah.
they could,
You're definitely right. Maybe we'll do it in the next room.
And a QR code.
And then, speaking of that too, I really want to paint the walls like a signature color.
Yeah,
maybe like orange or something, or like an orange.
Make it feel smaller. Well, I don't know. Depends on the color, but we could probably paint it up.
Yeah.
But you guys got a good thing going. I like the concept.
Thank you,
man.
You're welcome back anytime you want to do.
Thank you, bro. Appreciate it.
Anytime you want to do another podcast,
yeah,
or
next time,
come kick
I'll hit you guys up next time. I have like a big shoot too. Like if you ever want to come and
thank you for sure.
Yeah,
we'll tell you right after we're done. But we're doing an event soon. We'd love to have you, man. Like a little listening party, networking, lounging thing. Yeah,
I'm down, bro.
Yeah, man. But yeah, man. Thank you for coming by. Thank you for thinking about us. Trying to hop on an episode.
Of course. Thank you for having me.
Of course, you want to do your Instagram, TikTok.
Let the people know where to follow you.
Yeah, they're not bad.
So Instagram is at Mora. At Erick, we can cut that out, right?
Well, we'll just leave it in there.
Sorry, bro. Never got to it.
My bad.
At ErickMoraEdits.
Edits. That's Instagram?
Yeah, that's Instagram.
No TikTok or anything?
ErickMoraEdits. Nah, I don't really
do
post TikTok.
Gotcha.
Nah.
Gotta get up on TikTok, man.
For real, it's the new wave.
Eventually.
But yeah, this is a Put Me Out Sunday podcast. I'm your host, Alejandro Gomez.
This has been Euro-san. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys, Erick, for coming through again.
You find us on Apple, Spotify, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok.
Audio. Look out for my new audiobook coming soon.
Oh, yeah. Nothing.
The Art of the Steez.
Nothing to say. But this is a Put Me Out Sunday podcast, baby, and we're out. Peace.
Later.